Hi guys! Welcome to my first actual video! Yay! My Japanese friend is here visiting for 2 weeks, and so I took the opportunity to interview her and my friend who she's staying with. Hey! So as the title shows, this video is about culture shock. So without further ado, Japan, double arrow, America, culture shock. So, I'm here with my friend Sayako.
Yay.
Hi. So, Sayako, where are you from?
I'm from Japan. I'm from Fukui.
So, Fukui. Where is Fukui, so everybody knows?
Fukui is right next to Kyoto.
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 Okay. Everybody knows Kyoto.
Everyone knows Kyoto, but not so many people, even Japanese people don't know where it is, where my hometown is. So
Really?
yeah, but right next to Kyoto.
So, how many times have you been to America?
I've been to...
Obviously, you're here right now.
Yeah. I've been to 3 times,
Okay.
maybe. But my parents says I came here like twice or 3 times or something, but I don't remember because when I was a little kid, so it might not be true.
They're lying to you.
They're lying to me, yeah. Might be.
So where did you go?
In the United States, I went to New York, LA, Houston, Austin, New Mexico. I mean Albuquerque, and maybe Denver. But I didn't see anything in Denver because I just went to airport to travel. So.
I see. So today's video is about culture shock. So we're going to be talking to Sayako, and later we're going to have another special guest. And so we're going to be talking about culture shock today. And so please, Sayako, tell us a little bit of what you've experienced here in America, any of the places that you've been.
The biggest culture shock for me was Americans are really friendly. They're so kind. Yeah, because when I was walking on the street, people smile at me, even though I didn't know them. And then even they says hello, how are you, or something. Yeah, it's really good. I'm so impressed about that. But in Japan, we are just, I don't know, it's not, I don't think it's gonna happen in Japan because usually we are focused on ourselves. So the people who works for restaurants are really different. They are so nice.
Really?
Yeah, because after they serve the food, they came back again. How's everything going or something, right? But it's not gonna happen in Japan. Hi, how are you? My name is something.
Yeah.
This girl introduced herself. Why or something? Yeah.
Americans sometimes find it annoying though.
Really.
Yeah, because when you're having a deep conversation with someone, and they start interrupting you, how's your meal? It's just I'm trying to talk to someone, and you lose your train of thought because of that. But sometimes it's nice too.
Every time it's nice to me.
Oh, okay.
And everything is so big. I bet.
In terms of what?
Yeah, in terms of food. And
everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah. And I was really surprised at the size of milk.
Milk.
Oh. But it's really good for me because I love milk. And then we can ask people doggy bag. I mean, in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Doggy bag, a box. And then because I don't know why, but we don't have that kind of culture in Japan. And then refills. Yeah. So in Japan, when you get drink once, and then if you want to get that one again, you have to order again. Order it again.
So you have to pay for it again.
Yeah, pay for it again. But here in the US, like the waiter or waitress come and then just refill automatically, right?
Yeah.
And I'm so surprised that it is so good.
Or they have a little soda bar that you can just go up and refill your cup. Like, so nice. It's something
so nice.
I guess we take for granted in America. We're just used to it. And
then, so like for example, first food restaurant. Like I don't know the meaning of the small cup, large cup.
Right.
What's
that?
Right.
Because
you guys can.
Because you can just refill it anyway, right?
Yeah,
so I'll get the small cup or something.
So what's
the? Makes sense. Yeah. I don't know. Well, thank you so much for sharing your opinion. This was Sayako from Fukui. Please go to Fukui.
There's nothing to see but
So that's it.
That's it.
So now I'm with my friend Anell. She is from here. So she's not from Japan. But she's going to be talking about her experience in Japan.
Yes.
How many times have you been to Japan?
I have been to Japan twice. The first time I went to Kyushu and Oita, Beppu, and Bungo Takata. We did a little tour around that area. And the second time I went to Honshu, and I went to Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, Nara, and Nagoya. Kind of just traveling around, which was a lot of fun.
So what was your favorite place in Japan?
I kind of knew it was my favorite place before I went. It was Kyoto.
Kyoto.
I am very big on temples and tea.
Well, that would be the perfect place to go.
It was definitely the perfect places. Like, people go bar hopping. I went temple hopping.
Temple hopping.
We went from one temple to another temple to another temple, like, for 3 days in a row.
I'm sure you had some experience of culture shock or things that really interested you that are totally different from America and Japan, because Japan is a very different country from America. So can you tell me a little bit about that and anywhere that you went?
Yeah, I mean, I had some idea that it was going to be different because I did study the culture beforehand. I went there. I took classes on it. And, I mean, but it was different seeing it firsthand. Like, I know they're very collective. They think of the whole society. And so we would be on the buses and someone, like an old lady, would be approaching the bus and people would get off the bus, take her bags away, help her onto the bus, all the way to the seat. And so we kind of picked up on that too. So some of the bus rides, like if we saw someone approaching, we would give up our seats or we'd give them a better space, because especially like 5 o'clock in Tokyo, you're going to get a little personal. I mean, there's no
rush hour.
There's no like personal space bubble on a 5 o'clock train in Tokyo. I learned that. And we felt really bad, like, because the Japanese people didn't really know what to do with us foreigners. So they would they would be getting on the bus and they'll see we were foreigner and they would quickly turn around. So they weren't as awkward. And I'm like, okay. The other thing is that I knew ahead of time that I don't look like anything that they've seen before. I get that a lot even in America.
I don't look Japanese.
I don't look Japanese.
Look American.
I don't look American. Even in America, people are like, what are you?
I'm a human being.
Human! Thanks for asking! And of course, with the younger kids, the elderly, the older people, and adults would ask us and talk to us, but the younger kids would want photos. They were the ones that would approach us with the cameras. And I knew that would happen. Well, they would ask. They'd be like, excuse me, picture. I'm like, you want me to take your picture? And they're like, no. Picture together. I was like, oh, you want a picture with me? And they're like, yeah. I was like, okay. So, I mean, eventually it got to the point where we just switched to Japanese because some of them didn't know English as well, but usually it was just they would come up to me saying picture. And I'm like, you want a picture of me, don't you? So that's what usually happened. And I didn't expect it to be so many people. Like, I had little, hordes of school children. Like, I have a class photo, almost, with a bunch of Japanese children and me in there. And I'm like, I should have gotten their picture because it's hilarious. So, I mean, that was different. Usually a lot of the customs, in hotels, we couldn't wear shoes in. Like, Tokyo we could, but, in Kyoto and Nara and Osaka, we couldn't really we had to take our shoes off, and they had sandals already in the hotel room for us. So, that was something we had to keep remembering. And, when we did Japanese-style beds, if we could, So we would have ladies come in, knocking in the middle of the door if we were actually in the hotel, changing it up like in our room, switching it from table mode to like bed mode with the whole setup. It was just like there's so many different things. Like the food portion sizes are smaller, so I mean we never had a problem with like not finishing our food. And you know menus were sometimes in English, and if they weren't, you know we were very patient and we kind of knew there would be some blockage of language, and so I kind of like prepared, being like, okay, I got some allergies, I know what I need to say, all that stuff. And for the most part, everyone was really, really, really nice. I knew they would be friendly from my experience with Japanese people, but we had people approach us if we looked lost, taking us all the way to our destination, or drawing maps for us. They would grab pieces of paper, draw a map for us, or they would like try to direct us in the right way. We had people giving us free stuff. I've gotten free food. I didn't have to pay for some of the stuff at a hotel. I mean, like they were just like being really nice, and I'm like, what did I do? It actually felt a lot safer. Like I knew it was safe, but it felt way safer than America. Like I felt a lot safer in the most sketchiest part of Osaka than I do here in like Austin. It was really weird how that feeling of safety is. Yeah. And because I mean there's like police box corner, like little boxes with the policemen all throughout the city. I mean I was kind of like next to some clubs in Shibuya, and I was wandering around at night alone, and I didn't have any worries. And they just kind of keep to themselves unless they like you were like during the like if you looked lost, they would approach you being like, need some help. They kind of had an expectation for foreigners, not for us not to know Japanese, and they kind of expected us not to really know anything about the culture at all. Because we had a bunch of, especially in Kyoto when we were temple hopping, we kind of adopted foreigners. We had like a group of people that were on tour there would start following us around because they realized we knew what we were doing. Yeah. And so we basically became tour guides of a place we've never been to. So what kind of happened? So it was like, so it was more like a culture shock.
So if you look to the left, what is this?
Like, I was like, oh, where are you guys going? What is this? Sweet, so are we. We'll just follow you. I was like, okay. So, I mean, I learned more about foreigners than I did of, like, Japanese. Like, the way foreigners act in foreign countries, per se. But it was a fun experience.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, well, thank you so much, Anell,
no
for
problem.
Sharing your culture shock and differences and stuff. So we'll definitely see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye. So that's it for this episode of Culture Shock. I really want to thank Anell and especially Sayako, who agreed to participate even while suffering from allergies. And guess who's recovering from foot surgery? I would love to hear your own culture shock stories, so by all means start a conversation in the comments below. Please look forward to the next video, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next time.